double space and like size orchid font. So it's not too bad at once. It's called When the Going Gets Tough, the Tough Get Going. Life is a game of beautiful heartbreaks. It's a grindstone, and whether it breaks you down or polishes you up depends on what you're made of. You got a broken family here, your dad's unemployed over there, and way over there, that's where your baby brother neighbor made it home from the hospital. But how it happens doesn't matter, because when something is broken, it's broken. So whether it's the name at the bottom of your depth chart, or it breaks when she explains it wasn't you, it was her, it doesn't matter. When something is broken, it's broken, and you're given a choice. Because when the going gets tough, the tough get going. And I will always love my grandpa for teaching a young 9-year-old boy that life isn't always fair. You see, the story of who he became began with a boyhood of Vaughan neighborhoods. My grandpa grew up in a time where windows were blacked out before it was safe to begin the prayers from a torpedo-tested shelter. Prayers and hopes that the detonations would happen in the fields of farms and not over the houses that harbored families of four. With tears in his eyes, my grandpa would look at me and say, "Son, you haven't been asked to give up your ration for the day, and you haven't been asked to chart a torpedo-tangled trail, but you have been asked. And the things you have been asked to do are the stepping stones that you're expected to maneuver. They're going to tell you who you will become. They'll give you just about all you can handle, and when your heels hang from the edge of the cliff, with one subtle push, these stones will take you over the edge. And while you still probably won't ever understand what it's like to pray from a blacked-out bomb shelter, everything that you need to become you, it'll be somewhere between the fall of the edge and the bottom. But this is where it gets tricky. This is where life gets tough. Because it's a lot easier to remain broken at the bottom than it is to figure out what you need to do to get up. It's a lot easier. But then I can see my grandpa looking at me and saying, "David, when you hit the bottom, don't ever forget that when the going gets tough, the tough get going." So this is my thesis. It doesn't take a final phone call to decide your fate, but it might. And it doesn't take a broken home to teach you what matters in life, but it might. The maze we're all running through is different for everyone, but I can promise you this. Your maze is going to take you to the edge, and when your heels begin to hang on, with one subtle push, it's going to send you over the edge. So whether it really was her and not you, or whether it's the final moments of the loved one before life support is pulled, your maze, your life will end up being a game of beautiful heartbreaks. But the only way that you will ever understand what you need to be is by hitting the bottom and realizing that when the going gets tough, the tough get.